Hey, welcome back everybody to Camping and Ham Radio with W4POT. I showed you a couple ways that we keep cool while in the van camping. One of those ways was the WeatherTech window deflectors that run alongside of the windows. Another thing we did was we put in the sun shields in the windows, the reflective things. But what about when you settle down for the evening? You're not going to be driving anymore. You want to spend some time in the van. You want to let breezes flow through. Well, there's something really cool that you can put where there's a movable glass. It's nets that allow air to come in and keep the bugs out. You simply slide the screen, it's kind of like a bag, over the window, making sure to match up the hole for the mirror. And there you've got it. It's installed. It's pulled down. You could still access the window controls. This mesh netted bag is over the door frame, and when you close the door, what's going to happen is it's going to seal up the normal sealing and create a hopefully bug-free but breeze permeable connection. Offers a little bit of shade, a little bit of privacy too. Okay, the manufacturer on this is Screens, Sierra Kilo Radio Echo November Zulu.com, Screens.com. If you want to know the URLs for any of the items you see in my videos, take a look at the matching blog entry at campingandhamradio.com. Special cutout and Velcro around the mirror area, so when you slip them over, you need to pay attention and make sure the holes for the mirrors end up in the right spot, and then you can fasten the Velcro around the bottom edge of the mirror to anchor it down. But I've got a black privacy curtain that's hanging down just behind the headrests of the front seats. And this privacy curtain is lightweight. It's made of nylon. It doesn't go all the way to the floor. It goes down to about a little bit below shoulder level, and depending upon whether that's open or closed, that can have some effect on how well a breeze is going to get from the front here to the back. All right, so there's that privacy curtain. Again, I've got a camping clothesline with hooks. Is what I use to string from one side of the van to the other, and then the curtain hooks onto that. So anyway, let's go into the back. I got a couple more things to show you on keeping cool while camping in a vehicle. Okay, there's a little bit better look of how the top of the privacy curtain is using that camping clothesline with the orange clip hooks, right? And you'll notice it's made of black lightweight nylon. Instead of going from completely from side to side, there are gaps on the side between where the privacy curtain ends and where the you could see out the front window. You could see the net, the side windows on each side. I had one that ran all the way across at one time, and I think the gain in breeze by this configuration is more than makes up for a slight loss of privacy. I mean, the goal in this case is not to keep someone who walks all the way up to the windshield from seeing in. It's to keep people, they're a little, 2 or 3 parking spaces away from necessarily seeing directly in. It's not complete blackout to keep all light from getting out. It's to basically keep somebody from having a direct view. When I show you the net on the back door, it's going to be pretty obvious that if you walk around where you could see in the back and you're using the net, people are going to see you anyway. So the other thing is the use of a fan to create a breeze. So I know you've probably seen a good amount of with van life material on the web, and they tend to go in and do permanent modifications to the van. They'll put in sound deadening, they'll put in insulation, they'll put in wires, and they'll hide wires behind stuff, because that's going to be their home on the road, right? My philosophy with the van that's basically going to be my mobile shack is, sometimes I'm going to go out on a day trip, like just to activate some POTA parks or to do roving in a contest, and there'll be a certain mix of equipment that I'll want to have in here, and I might not even take a bed or somewhere to sleep. I may not take food preparation items beyond just having a cooler, and then other times there'll be overnight trips, true camping trips, where what I carry in the van is going to be different. So I don't have any of my wiring permanently installed. In fact, a magnetic hook or a bungee cord or running it over something that's already in the van is my strategy to create a breeze in here. So if the back was open and those two window screens are installed in the front, or maybe I've got a side door open, then the idea is, oh, well, you could just leave one or both of these back doors open and create a breeze. And one of the things, again, being in Florida, that you're always concerned about is you're concerned about bugs. And so a combination of placing them up, placing the magnets, will let you install a nice zippered net, and that'll help you keep the bugs out as well. So again, those are where I'm at right now. WeatherTech side window deflectors, the solar shield placed in the window, sunshades, the mesh side window nets that allow for breeze, the privacy curtain that doesn't completely block off the front from the back, the fan, the 12-volt fan that's here in the van to create some sort of breeze. You can also get a smaller USB fan, but in my experience, those create more noise and not as much breeze, right? My philosophy, I want everything 12-volt in the back of the van, so I can leverage big 12-volt and little 12-volt batteries. Is what I'm using so far. Yeah, here's one of those. Here's one of those smaller USB fans. Like I said, they provide more noise, but not as much breeze. Can be good though. They don't take up near as much space, right? But that's part of it. And then the netted screen that's got magnets in its perimeter for sticking it up against the vehicle, and also a zipper down the middle for getting in and out. Again, links to the things that I've talked about can be found in the accompanying blog. So the only other thing I would say is I have left a space right back here at the top in the roof, so that if I found it necessary to install one of those square vents that pop up with a fan in it, that I could. But for now, that's something that's still a maybe. I want to see how good of a job this setup does, especially since I'm not going to be going out during the 3 hottest months of the summer, which are just ending, and instead I'm going to be doing primarily most of my camping when there's more moderate temperatures. So hope you enjoyed it. Hope it gives you some idea how you might want to stay cool when you're operating from your car in a park, or maybe when you've decided to go and do a little bit of car camping. If you could, how about subscribe to the YouTube channel? That really helps out with the algorithm, and it gives me a positive indication you appreciate the time and the effort that I'm putting into making the videos. Till next time, Whiskey 4, Papa Oscar Tango 73.